There's only one thing this means. We're having German pancakes.
Good morning. I'm here to show you how to make Nana's German pancakes. I don't know if you know the origin of them, but she originally got the recipe from our neighbor in Fullerton, Betty Barth. When she made them for us as a kids, we loved them so much that Nana went and got the recipe, and they've been an Amos staple ever since. So get ready, because I'm going to show you how to do it.
You're good.
All right, so what you're going to need, the tools, is you're going to need about an 8 to 10 inch
Put it closer.
Teflon pan.
Put it closer. Yeah.
And a spatula. I prefer a round one for pancakes, easier to flip. You're gonna need a bowl. I like this one with the handle, easy to pour after you make the batter, and a whisk. The first step is to take 3 eggs and crack them into your bowl. Then whisk them smooth. Okay, now this is the tricky part. You need to add a cup of flour, but slowly add it, and in between you need to mix it smooth. So just add, a little batch like that, and start whisking. This is probably the longest part of making the pancakes, because you really want to do a good job here. If you make this smooth, your pancakes turn out smooth, and it's the most important step. You want to keep whisking. You won't add any more flour until all of these little lumps, or the majority of the lumps, go away. Sometimes you got to shake out your lumps while you're whisking. And you build up really strong arms while you do this. So that's a pretty good, that looks good for consistency, and then we'll add a little more. So you just keep repeating this process. Sometimes the batter will get too thick like this and you can't get it out of the whisk. So I'll add the melted 2 tablespoons of butter early. And then that helps it get it a little moisture to finish up the flour. Okay, so that is the finished batter. Next, you add 2 tablespoons of sugar, 1/4 a teaspoon of salt. Mix that in. So. I'm going to turn on my skillet already. Start warming it up on 7. Then you have a cup of milk. Now you may use the whole cup or you may not. This is where you use as much to make the correct consistency for your pancake. So again, you slowly add and you mix. You want to try to scrape those edges and get all that dough, the batter that's up there. That's it. So you mix it till there, see, and then you'll add a little bit more. This is too thick. You want it to end up being, it's definitely thinner than regular batter, but it's not as thin as milk. It's got to be a good runny. This is still too thick. You It still scrapes on the side, which means I can still add more milk. It's still too thick. That actually looks pretty good. So see, I didn't even use, I still had about a quarter cup left. This looks like a good consistency. Okay, ready? Create a pan. Pour that much in the center of the pan. And rotate your wrist till it gets really smooth and thin all the way around. And then you're going to let this just cook until all the shine goes away and the edges get brown. So you can, while it's starting to cook, you can kind of lift the edges a little. Helps you with your flipping later. That likes it. And you put a little bit of butter. Butter always goes first. Put the butter spoon back in the butter. Take the powdered sugar and sprinkle. Don't get the powdered sugar spoon into the butter. Important part.
Optional.
Optional. Squeeze lemon. Optional if you don't like lemon. I do. And then fruit is optional too. I like fruit. You can also add strawberries. We're gonna have strawberries too. And then you roll it up. And then my kids actually optional add maple syrup on top, but that's really sweet. I'll do it better.